Diddy's trial is a little over a month away, and as it gets closer, we are going to see more and more court filings as it winds down. Diddy is trying to stop the feds from being able to use PowerPoints or exhibits in his criminal trial. Diddy is also asking for the government's expert witness in his case to be thrown out and that they only use his expert witness. And the feds' expert witness that they're wanting to use in Diddy's criminal trial that he is trying to stop from happening is Dawn Hughes, and I'm sure you guys remember her from Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's trial. And the feds are wanting to use her because she is a psychologist who also deals with SA and things that Diddy is being accused of. But Diddy is saying, hold up, not so fast, she's biased. And in my opinion, I think Diddy is being unfair, trying to get the feds' expert witness thrown out, and he just wants to continue being able to use his. I think that they should both be able to use their expert witnesses in the trial. But it's Diddy, so nothing really shocks me at this point. First thing that Diddy is asking for is to preclude the government from offering into evidence at trial any demonstrations, summary exhibits, or PowerPoint-like presentations that seek to organize or summarize the evidence for the jury. And then Diddy goes into talking about all of his problems with the feds using Dr. Dawn Hughes as their expert witness. Feds are wanting to use her to offer opinions about typical behaviors among perpetrators and victims of abuse and SA. But Diddy is saying that she hasn't reviewed or evaluated any of the evidence in this case. And he is saying that her opinions are skewed to advance the government's themes and her testimony will mirror the government's fact witnesses. And Diddy is really trying to center his argument around the fact that she's going to talk about SA with substances and alcohol. Diddy is trying to say that there will be evidence in this case that victim one, among others, regularly use substances and alcohol, both in conjunction with activities and otherwise. And Diddy got pretty nasty in the next part. Diddy claims that they may be using this because they are coping with trauma, or it may just be because they enjoyed it. And he's saying that the jury will have to determine which is true based on the evidence at the issue. One of the most interesting parts in Diddy's argument on why the Fed shouldn't be able to use their expert witness, but he should be able to use his expert witness, implied that Diddy will be testifying during his trial. And we have heard this rumored from the very beginning that Diddy said he wanted to testify in his trial. And a lot of people claim that that's probably going to be a bad idea. But here in this motion, it seems like this might be a big possibility. Diddy is claiming that Hughes' testimony about psychological behaviors and abuse have no value in this case. And he said this is a case where the jury will have to judge the nature of a relationship between a man and a woman based on their trial testimony and other evidence. So what Diddy is basically asking for is that the Fed's expert witness gets thrown out, but he gets to continue to use his expert witness because he thinks that his witness won't be biased towards his situation, claiming that he thinks that the Fed's expert witness will be more biased against him and more on the victim's side, and that's why he thinks that they should be thrown out, even though he has an expert witness who he's claiming will be more on his side. That's why I think that Diddy's ask is a bit much, because he's trying to say that the Fed's expert won't help him any, but his expert will. So that's why he thinks that they shouldn't have one at all. But like I said, we are going to see more and more information coming out because we are getting really close to Diddy's trial. It's only a little bit over a month away from now. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.